Savarkar was born in a Maharashtrian Chitpavan Brahmin family on 28th of May 1883 in Bhagur in Maharashtra's Nasik district. And he was one of three brothers and one sister. His mother died very young, and then it was his father Damodar Savarkar who looked after. It was his father Damodar Savarkar who looked after the children. The elder brother Ganesh Damodar Savarkar was the middle, and the younger one was Narayan Rao. And they then moved to Nashik. The father also died very early due to plague that was widespread in Maharashtra. And in Nashik he started his revolutionary movement, which germinated there and then grew further in stature in Pune when he was a student in Fergusson College. And he develops into this real firebrand revolutionary in London, where it's like an Alfred Hitchcock film with so much of drama happening, transnational bombings, conspiracies, political murders, assassinations. There are spies following them all over from one country to the other. At the same time, these people, the entire group of young firebrand Indian revolutionaries who are settled in different parts of Europe, how they're actually striving for the freedom of this country from so far. So, but then of course he's convicted, he's caught and convicted for waging war against the King Emperor under sedition law, and then extradited, unfairly tried, not even given appeal or a jury in the court. So the outcome was already known, and he was given the largest punishment that any freedom fighter in Indian history has got, which is of 2 life imprisonments, accounting to about 50 long years, and then deported away from mainland India to Port Blair to the Andaman Cellular Jail, where he actually spent 11 long years in great torture, facing the most inhuman punishments. And then in 1921, he shifted from Port Blair to other jails in Maharashtra, and then finally in 1924, he gets released, conditionally. 2 conditions that are put. One is that he should not participate in politics anymore for a stipulated number of years, 5 years initially, and then he has to restrict himself to the Ratnagiri district, and even to go out anywhere he needs to take the permission of the district magistrate. So this 5-year term kept getting extended till about 1937. So in these 13 years when he was not allowed to participate in politics, he becomes a big social reformer of the time. Despite being an orthodox Brahmin, he champions the cause of intercaste marriage, intercaste dining. He actually wanted to unite Hindu society, which was fissured by the caste system and untouchability. And he built an entire temple called the Patit Pavan Mandir in 1931, where Hindus of all castes could gain access. Stood for widow remarriage, female literacy and things like that, which were very, very progressive and far ahead of his times. So, though he was not allowed to participate in politics, he used this time for that. And if you contrast his views to those of Ambedkar and also Gandhi, and on the whole idea of caste system, you actually see Gandhi, saying very peculiar things like, I actually do believe in the Varna system, or that the caste system is not odious, whereas Savarkar stood for a complete dismantling of Varnashrama and an equality of everybody. Because while in jail, he had seen the kind of what disunity among the Hindus could do, and authored his treatise Essentials of Hindutva, which becomes such a monumental treatise. Even today, it has a relevance, considering those who believe in Hindutva are in the realms of power in India, across states and in the central government. So after 1937, once he is released, and his views on the caste system are more in sync with Ambedkar, and Ambedkar has actually praised him and supported what he said in comparison to the constant conflict that he had with Gandhi on some of these very orthodox views that Gandhi had. Now, after his release in 1937, he becomes the president of the All India Hindu Mahasabha and pits himself as a very strong pole, an opponent of both Gandhi's Congress as well as Jinnah's Muslim League. So there are various twists and turns in the battle towards freedom. And of course, post-independence, he gets implicated in Gandhi's assassination as well, as being one of his former acolytes, which was Nathuram Godse, was the one who was who assassinated Gandhi. So by implication, he also gets associated, but later acquitted for want of evidence. But then the stigma of the assassination remained with him. In fact, after the assassination, there was a carnage of Maharashtrian Brahmins only because Godse was a Brahmin. So the 1984 Sikh riots were not the first riots that the Congress perhaps engineered against someone. In fact, Savarkar's own younger brother Narayan Rao was injured so grievously in these riots that he actually died after a few days after that, after receiving the head blow. And then he remains in complete isolation, cuts away from mainstream politics. His wife also dies, and the end is a very sad end, and he actually gives up food, water, medication, and ends his life voluntarily in 1966. So that's the span of the life and times of Vinayak Damodar Savarkar in a nutshell.